Thank you for joining Wars of the Roses as we continue with part 15, The Exclusiveness of Freemasonry, from Book the First, The Theory of the Mystic Tie by Albert G. Mackey. Part 15, The Exclusiveness of Freemasonry. I can feel for all indifferently, but I cannot feel for all alike. I can be a friend of a worthy man, who, upon another account, cannot be my mate or fellow. I cannot like all people alike. Charles Lamb, Essays of Elia. It has been urged as an objection to our institution that we are exclusive in our charities, conferring them on our own members in preference to other deserving objects. We cannot deny the fact, but we may dispute its value as an objection. Tried by this criterion of usefulness of virtue, what human institution could escape censure? Religion itself, divine as is its origin, universal as is its application, does not refuse to make this distinction between those who are of its household and those who are not. As we have opportunity, therefore, writes St. Peter to the Galatians, let us do good to all men, especially unto those who are of the household. And the doctrine thus explicitly taught by the apostle has ever been the guiding principle of every religious community, of every benevolent association, of every political society that has ever existed before or since his day. It is a feeling born with us, engrafted by nature in our constitution, and that, too, for the very best and wisest of purposes, that we should give a greater share of love to those who are linked to us by any circumstance of relationship, natural or acquired, than to those whose only claim upon us is that of a general descent from the common stock of Adam. These same impulses of affection that make the mother cling to her offspring, that unite the patriot to his country, that bind the Christian to his faith, are exercised in giving more or less of an exclusive character to all artificial combinations of men. The French have given to it a name which it wants in our language, and call it an esprit de corps. It is a feeling so natural to man that no one ever dreams of controlling it, or except, where Freemasonry is concerned, of condemning it. The stranger, while sojourning on a foreign shore, feels his heart warm with an increased glow to all who speak his native tongue, and derive their birth from his fatherland. In trouble and distress, the Christian flies, without hesitation, for comfort or assistance to the believers in his own peculiar faith. Who ever heard of a Presbyterian synod provided for the education of the orphans and the support of the widows of an Episcopalian church, or the members of an Episcopalian convent appropriating their charitable funds to be equally divided between the indigent of every denomination without reference to the superior claims of their poor? Do not the rules of every benevolent society draw this broad distinction? Why then should Masonry alone, human and imperfect as it is, be expected to emulate that universal and undistinguishing benevolence which is to be seen only in all perfect charity of him who maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust? The practice, then, of Freemasonry, like that of every society, is precisely in accordance with the doctrine of the apostles already quoted. It strives to do good to all, to relieve the necessitous and deserving, whether they be of Jerusalem or Samaria, to clothe the naked, to feed the hungry, and to comfort the distressed, always, however, giving a preference to those of its own household, those who, in the day of their prosperity, supported and upheld the institution of which they, in the time of their adversity, have called for aid, those who have contributed out of their abundance to its funds, that their funds might be prepared to relieve them in their want, those who have bore their share of the burden of the sun in the heat of the day, that, when their sun is setting, they may be entitled to their reward, and in so acting, Masonry has the warrant of universal custom, of the law of nature, and the teachings of Scripture. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating towards the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.